Hey everyone, and welcome to Gilbert.K Show, where we spotlight the brightest talents in entertainment. Today, we're beyond excited to introduce the unstoppable Jae Ma, an electrifying Taiwanese-Australian actress shaking up the industry. With 22 incredible roles under her belt since 2019, including Anya in the highly anticipated Streets of Deceit and Agent Mona in Blue Falcon, Jae Ma is a force to be reckoned with. A fierce advocate for diversity and a believer in the power of storytelling to connect and inspire, she's redefining what it means to be a global star. Get ready for an inspiring, energizing conversation. Please welcome the amazing Jae Ma.
Hey Jemai, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Gilbert?
Good. Before we dive in, let's take a moment and watch a clip from your reel.
喂，妈妈，是我。没事没事，一切都很好。我只是想要听听你的声音。我很想念你。
Could you start by telling me a little bit about yourself and what sparked your interest in acting?
Yes, certainly. So, I am an actor from Australia. I was born in Taiwan, but I moved to Australia when I was very young. And I think ever since I watched the film Titanic with my mom,
Yeah,
I just, after that movie, I'm like, yep, that's what I want to do. I want to be an actor. So that sort of sparked that little J Ma, yeah. But I didn't pursue acting till much later on. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
amazing. And what was one of your most memorable experience when you started out?
I think just the feeling of being on set. uh to see, wow, that's how a movie's made. I remember I was on this set, and just everybody has their job, and then I was just like, wow, I was just amazed. But that's like the first ever time I am on set. And yeah, just I feel so happy when I'm on set. So I think that's the most memorable experience, just whenever I'm on set.
Yeah, that's great. And what's one, how do you describe yourself in 3 words?
I would say passionate, fun, and kind. Yeah.
That's great. And what's one fact about you that most people might not know?
Oh, I love chili. I love
Oh, you
hot.
love chili.
Yes. I yeah. I eat so much chili. I was actually a reformed chili addict.
Oh,
That's all.
wow.
Yeah. Yes.
um, so what hobbies do you have and what do you do for fun other than acting?
I love roller skating.
Yeah.
I and I like going for walks. I love nature. So I
Yeah.
sometimes find that's really soothing and really helping. After a long day, I just like
Mhm.
to go for a walk and do my roller skate. So yeah, and traveling. I love traveling as well.
You love
Mm.
traveling. Cool. And let's move on to our next segment. It's a game we play on the show. It's called This or That. And the theme is acting. And in this fun game, I'll give you 2 options. And you have to pick the one you like the most or the one that fits you better. There are no wrong answers. And you don't need to explain your choice unless you want to. And it's all
Okay.
about quick, fun decisions for the audience to get to know you better. Um, Ready, Jema?
Always ready.
Yes, perfect. Okay, let's do it. Um, Memorize a 10-page monologue or do 50 takes of a single reaction shot.
Single reaction shot.
Wear a
50
glamorous gown to the grocery store or pajamas to a movie premiere.
pajamas to the.
Accidentally call the director mom or call a co-star by the character's name in real life.
Director Bob.
Have a scene partner who forgets their lines or one who improvises way too much.
Improvise way too much.
Do a crying scene with onions or a fight scene in heels.
Fighting in heels.
Have your movie become a surprise blockbuster or a surprise meme.
Surprise me.
Get stuck in never-ending loop of reshoots or never-ending press tour.
Free shoot.
Be typecast as the hero in every film or always play the quirky sidekick.
Quirky sidekick.
Film in extreme heat while wearing a winter coat or in freezing cold while wearing summer clothes.
Freezing cold summer clothes.
And have a director who whispers all directions or one who uses a megaphone up close.
Second option.
Let's watch another clip from your reel.
我当时亲了你的时候，是因为我想要跟你在一起。你对 Rachel 的感觉是这样吧？
那个时候我不是这样想的。
Let's move on to the next segment. Can you tell me a little bit about the journey or inspiration behind your work or project that you worked on before?
Yeah, so I think I started acting in late 2019. That's when I first started, and it actually, I was going through a very bad breakup, and I thought to myself, if I don't give acting a shot, I'm gonna regret it for the rest of my life, because acting is something I've always wanted to do since I was a little girl, since Titanic, but
Yeah.
I've never pursued it. So I decided to begin classes and started learning and everything like that. So that's how I actually formally started acting 2019. And I think from the beginning, from not knowing how to do a self tape to now knowing exactly what to do, it was like that journey. I still remember like the first time I went to acting class, I was like so nervous.
Yeah.
But I think throughout my journey, a lot of things has happened that made me who I am like now, personally and also as an actor. And I think 2019, after I started acting, COVID happened, and I thought to myself, instead of like waiting for an opportunity to come to you, I decided to create my own opportunity. So at that time, I actually wrote my first film, like a short film that I wrote, directed, and produced by myself, and it was called Together. Basically, it's about two best friends. They were when they were small, but they lost contact with each other. And during COVID, one of them started to look online, trying to find the other person. And they were both experiencing difficult times during COVID. Different situation, different scenario, but they found each other online, and they were able to share, video diary kind of format to chat with each other, to help each other through that process. And I guess for me, it was a story about letting people know that you're not alone.
Yeah.
We were all that together. And even now, I think it's so important that the stories that we make that has impact, or people can really relate. And for myself, that film meant a lot, because just to showcase that you're not alone, we're all in this together. And fast forward to like now, I've played lead roles now, I've done feature film,
Yeah.
but it's been through so many hurdles that I had to overcome, facing so many rejections along the way, but it is part of the job. But I just
That's
feel
true.
very, yeah, I feel really blessed now to be, sitting here with you, talking to you. You're from the other side of the world, but the fact that we connect, yeah,
Yeah.
the fact that through, through art, through film, that's what's so special about what we do, you know.
Yeah. That's amazing. So, how did your experience shape your approach to acting?
So I think that goes down from when I was a little girl. Remember how I said I wanted to be an actor since Titanic, but I didn't pursue it because when I told my mom I want to be an actor, she pretty much said, "You're not pretty enough. You can't do it." And I think, like, I've forgiven my mom for that. I've made peace with that because I think we had a proper conversation, and she was just afraid for me because the
Yeah.
acting industry is so unpredictable. So I think in her mindset it's like, if you don't know anybody in the industry, if our family doesn't know anyone in the industry, how can you do it? But I think that her words really hurt me growing up, to pursue my dream of acting.
Hmm.
But that's something that I had to really overcome, to tell myself, to believe in myself, to actually take that first step.
Yeah.
And I also mentioned my breakup. I think that was also another moment where I'm like, you know what? I'm just done. I'm done with people telling me what I can do or what I cannot do.
Hmm.
Finally took that step to, like I said, go to acting class and pursue acting. And throughout my journey, I feel that all of those negatives, all of these things that's happening in my life helps me as an actor to showcase my emotions, to really bring a character to life. And had I
Hmm.
not all these things happen to me, I will not be
Yeah.
able to I will not be able to, show those emotions. So I'm very grateful for everything that's happened in my life. And so yeah, I think that sort of answered that question. To from going to that first class till now, like, I've done so much more, and I
Hmm.
just feel, yeah, I feel very blessed. Yeah.
So, what do you tell people or kids or somebody who's interested to be an actor or actress or a filmmaker, and somebody's telling them you're not good enough or you don't have the talent, you don't have the gift? What would you tell them?
I would say to really just listen to your heart and listen to just your own thoughts.
Mhm.
um Look, growing up here in Australia, I hardly see anybody that looked like me on film or on screen.
Mhm.
And so I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense because my mom said I wasn't pretty enough, so that's why nobody else that looks like me is on TV. So all of that mindset, it's
Yeah.
also it was in my head. And I would tell people, like young kids, to just really just pursue your dream, to really believe in yourself, because people often will tell you that you can't do it or it's impossible because
Mhm.
they are not the one that's going to take that first step to pursue their dream.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if acting is your dream, just go for it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, great advice. um how do you how do you prepare for a project, or what interests you in a project? If somebody has a script and they want to approach you, what interests you the most? Is there the script or the director, the producer, the cast? What interests you the most?
I think it's the story
Hmm.
itself. Um, because for me, being an actor, my goal is to connect people together,
Yeah.
through that emotion, through that human connection.
Hmm.
And so the most important thing is this story something that I want to be part of?
Yeah.
And is this story gonna make somebody smile, or make somebody laugh, or make somebody cry. I think that being an actor and being a filmmaker like yourself, we're so blessed to be able to create something beautiful to bring everyone closer, and that's
Yeah.
the goal. Because everybody has a story to tell, and the more stories that we tell, the more understanding humans will have with one another.
Yeah.
That's why I want to do acting, pretty much. Yeah.
That's true. So how do you prepare for a role when you get a script?
Yeah, so I will really dive into that character. I'll first break down the character break, and then afterwards I will think of what would the character like, what would be their favorite food, what would be, what on their day off, down to what's their relationship like with obviously other characters in a story. I'll read the full script, and then I'll break down, with that character, and then I'll really just embrace the character.
Yeah.
You can never judge your character. You can never judge characters that you're playing, even
Yeah.
if you try. You cannot judge them, and you really have to find your element in that character, because no one can play the same character again, like the same character.
Yeah.
Every have a different take on it, and that's what's so special about it. So yeah, that's what I generally. I'll sit with the script. I will feel as if I'm the character, but with the J element into it.
Yeah.
And really, yeah, really just feel the emotions that the characters will feel, and then go from there. And I would do one-on-one acting coach. I've got an acting coach that I train every week. So
Yeah.
that's how I prepare as well for a project. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. So what was one unexpected challenge you faced when getting started?
I think one of the most challenging events that happened after I started acting was that 2021 I lost my best friend. She passed away.
Sorry
Uh,
to hear.
and I think that was the most challenging event that's happened since I started acting. And she was also an actor as well. And she for a very long time. And I think that event really sort of broke me. Um, I remember just crying every day after that has happened, because I didn't get to say goodbye. Um, and I remember at the time I was filming a project. I was just about to start filming a project called Streets of This, my first feature film. Um, so it was a month after the event. I had to start filming. I just remember I still turn up to set every day, and I got through it. A way In a way, that film really saved me, and God along the way saved me as well. But I think that
Yeah.
would be the most obstacles that I had to overcome, is to, like, losing somebody you're so close to, um but you still need to just keep moving forward, to face each day. And look, my friend, she had such a big impact on me, as an actor, because there's just beautiful moments. She was a very, very talented actor,
Yeah.
and I remember she was like helping me with the self tape, and we were choosing the self tape together to see which one it for audition, and both her and I, we decided on this one. But I say to her, "Hey, look, I feel like my accent is not quite right on this tape." She turned around and she said to me, "Look, your accent is what makes you so beautifully unique, and that um that's what makes you who you are."
Yeah.
And I often think back of that moment, when she told me that, so that each time I doubt myself, I listen to that voice in my head,
Mm-hmm.
and forward. So I think that she's brought me a very beautiful gift, and it was such a blessing in my life that we come cross paths. So I think now whenever I do acting, it's for both of us, you know. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. 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 Okay. Before we move on to the next questions, let's watch now a clip of your special skills.
Sounds good.
What's one crucial piece of advice you would give to someone interested in acting? You mentioned previously about they have to believe in themselves and stuff, but uh, if somebody has a gift, what would you tell the audience to do?
Yeah, definitely. So definitely, do classes. Definitely train. Go to acting classes and everything like that. Get your show reel together. And definitely find an agent.
Mm-hmm.
And really work really hard, because I think in this industry, it's not about, or it is about how talented you are, but there's also a lot of other elements, not
Mm-hmm.
just talent. Because you also need to create your own opportunities as well. Don't just wait for an audition to come.
Mm-hmm.
Because just rely on your agent. You
Yeah.
need to charge of your work as well. So start writing a story. Write your own story. Or work together with another actor. Shoot the
Mm-hmm.
scene. Constantly reading scripts. I find really really helpful. Just be always doing something creative. Whether
Yeah.
it's just video or anything that's creative, that's gonna help you, and makes you happy, and that's gonna move forward towards
Yeah.
next step. And never give up. If I think it's very important to understand why you are wanting to
Mm-hmm.
do this, because acting is not about a short race. It's like a marathon.
Yeah.
It can take a very long time before you
Mm-hmm.
even get, but it's what you do throughout that journey. It defines who you are, your growth and everything. So constantly learning, right? Yeah, as well.
Okay. Great advice. Um, what's one common misconception about acting that you'd like to clear up?
I think that um I think that people think acting is not real. It's just you're acting as somebody else. Yes, that's true, but I always feel that with every character that you play, like I said before, there's an element of yourself in that
Mm-hmm.
character. So I feel like it's the most genuine thing when you are doing a piece of when you're portraying a character, because you're pulling your emotions, you're pulling your soul, combining together with the character. So I wouldn't say acting is just acting. It is actually so much more than just that. And another thing is that people don't really see that process, that hard work that an actor might put through before they become a well-known actor or famous.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people sometimes think but it's not. It's probably, well, I think it is one of the hardest thing that that we will do. And actors, we're all crazy for choosing this, but we do it because we love it. you
Yeah.
know.
Do you have any tips how to work with a director
I think
on set?
I think that always listen to your director, because the director
Mm-hmm.
has very clear vision of what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And but also to remember that wouldn't get casted from, you know, if the director didn't like you. So don't be afraid to also tell the director your thoughts, because I think
Mm-hmm.
people work well and mostly the best when both parties are very transparent with each other. If the director
Mm-hmm.
is telling you and you don't feel that's right for your character, you can always voice out. Um, but yeah, do listen to your director because they've got their vision. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a great tip, actually. Let's watch a final clip from your reel.
that's good. Hey, Mariama, take this to the VIP room.
Why don't you go and take it there yourself?
Come on, I still have all this stuff to do.
Listen, I'm not here for you. You realize that, right? How about you stay in your lane and I'll stay in mine? Am I good? Fucking hell, gosh. Get over here.
How do you handle criticism and feedback on your performance?
I think just to really take it all in, because there's always gonna be good feedback and also bad.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody's gonna like. Not everybody. First of all, not everybody's gonna like your character. Secondly, not everybody's gonna just like, oh my god, you're the best. Not everybody's gonna do that. So how
Yeah.
you deal with it is important. I think that um I keep very a few very very close people that I listen to, which is my acting coach, my agent, and probably my close friends.
Mm-hmm.
For the ones that I really value their opinion and their thoughts and their, so I think as long as you've given your best and as long as you've done everything, you absolutely done everything that you can to
Mm-hmm.
embrace that, bring it to life, and there's nothing more that you could do. If there's a negative feedback, you just need to face it.
Yeah.
If it's something that you can like learn and do better the next time, definitely,
Mm-hmm.
definitely that constructive feedback, and listen to what the director or the writer or the producer about that. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, because after all, we make movies for the audience, so um take the feedback, don't take it too hard, work on
Yeah.
yourself, and just keep getting better. Like, look, not just for actors, like we are getting better each day as a person, so always learning, and just, yeah, just be a better version of yourself, whether it's a human being and an actor.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
What do you hope your audience take away from your project?
I want them to feel something. I want them to feel really connected. I want them to not that they're alone. For
Mm-hmm.
instance, for instance, if it's a love story and if somebody's never been in love before, I want them to watch a movie to feel that love,
Mm-hmm.
to experience that feeling. You know, if it's something it's a story where someone's lost somebody, I
Mm-hmm.
want them to feel it is okay, because as humans we go through similar things in life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want people to have more understanding of one another.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like I said before, that's the power of storytelling. Look, you
Yeah.
can be a different language, you could have different culture background, different upbringing, but every single human we have emotions that's pretty much the same. You know,
Is there one last thought or piece of advice you'd like to share with our audience or listeners?
I think that I just want audience to know that, first of all, thanks for listening till to the end. Um, Look, I think that the entertainment industry and filmmaking and stories are very, very special. So I just want everybody to really get behind it, like, you know,
Hmm.
support independent artists and support independent filmmakers, because it's not just the big Hollywood films that's special, you know. Somebody that's making a short film that's 10, 12 minutes, that's also special as well. So I
Hmm.
just know that each project, each little thing that you see, if it's on YouTube, if it's on the streaming service, if it's on TV or in the movies, every single one of those projects means a lot to a lot of different people.
Hmm.
So really, to really support and yeah, to really advice I will give is just to be kind, be loving to one another.
Yeah.
We are all in this world for once. How
Hmm.
long we don't know. So if you can be kind to somebody just each day, that will be very special. So be kind to one another. That's what my advice will be for
Yeah.
everybody.
Um, how can our audience connect with you or learn more about your work?
Definitely they would find me on social media, on all the platforms. I've got Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Also my website, which the links will be underneath there. There's also podcast interviews about me, and articles that you can read, but we'll provide you all the links to those. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Are there any upcoming projects or collaborations you're excited about?
Yes, so there is a project. It's going to be called Mind the Gap, that I will be playing the lead role and also co-producing it with a film production company called Echo Creek Films in America. Now this film is going to be so special to me because it's going to be a film that's going to be dedicated to my father. Um,
Mhm.
and it's about a girl who's, you know, facing a lot of different obstacles growing up, but once she's grown up, she has to go back to facing her past trauma again before she can become a beautiful butterfly. So yeah, it's a special story, and I cannot wait to share with the audience. It's also going to be elements of like faith in this film as well. So that's what I'm so excited about as well. There's other projects that will be coming in 2025 as well. It's not locked in just yet, but there's definitely a few more projects that's coming out. My feature film, Streets of Deceit, and Zelia should also be released towards the end of this year as well. Yeah.
Excellent. And finally, who would you like to thank or acknowledge for supporting you in your journey?
Wow, there's so many people. There's so many people.
Okay.
Well, yes, I think I would definitely want to thank my agent, Paul Newland, for yeah, for putting up with me. You know, Paul has been a great support since day one, and we talk regularly. He's an amazing agent, so Paul Newland.
Hmm.
Friends, definitely. You know, I think Caitlin, who was the friend that I mentioned, who passed away. My best friend Melissa, and you know, I want to thank my family as well. I want to thank mom. I want to thank Kai. Um, yeah, just so many people along the way. Everybody that's helped me, which is so many. So yeah, and want to thank Gilbert for having me on your show as well.
You're very welcome, Jema. Okay, so that's a wrap. That's all, folks. Jema, everyone. Thank you.